Well, welcome to
De
Todo
todo
Un
un
Poquito.
poquito.
We cover football, not just national team, but also club football, specifically Copa Libertadores, Champions League, and the biggest leagues in Europe. We
And pretty
cover
much all the players that play for Colombia.
the national team. We cover baseball as well, and particularly the bigger teams like the Yankees, even the Mets. Cover cycling sometimes.
Yeah.
Cover sometimes the current events happening around the world that we see it's interesting.
And yeah, we're just gonna be talking every day.
About de todo un poquito, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we're gonna be making videos in English and other videos in Spanish as well. And yeah.
We're going to be a bit bilingual in this channel. Today we want to talk more about the Colombian national team, specifically the transfer window.
And we're gonna talk a little bit about yesterday's women's team.
The frustrating loss in the Copa America final for the Femenina.
Yeah.
We're also going to be covering Luis Diaz's move to Bayern Munich in more detail and whether or not it's a retroceso, a backwards move for him. So,
Yeah, and see.
guess we can get started in the transfer window. So, for me, it's definitely the biggest transfer window for the Colombian national team.
In history, probably.
Yeah, specifically when it comes to European football.
Right now, I think all the transfers valued at 213 million,
Right.
and I think it could get up to 250 million. That's if like John Lukumi
Makes a move.
makes the move, who was
Nelson Delso, I think, might just be making a move to Betis.
right, and there's I think Santiago Moreno
Right,
from
from
Portland might go to Fluminense
Right.
to replace Arias, and Arias just scored today
Yes.
in his debut.
So let's talk about Arias first then.
Yeah.
So I was not expecting Arias to make a move
Yeah.
from Fluminense to Wolves, especially after what happened like last season when they kept him after he wanted to make a move, and the only interested team was Galatasaray. But we saw that his performance at the Club World Cup really got teams interested, especially how he performed against the European competition.
Yeah, he was the best creative player.
Right, 18 key passes,
18 key passes,
led the tournament.
and he didn't. And he ended up playing two games less or one.
Right, because he got to the semi, so one game.
Semi,
less.
so one game left. So yeah, that's insane.
Yes, he was the best player for Fluminense and guided them to a semifinal finish where they were the only non-European team. And he ultimately finished in the team of the tournament.
Yeah.
3 Man of the Match awards as well.
Yep.
So pretty much dominated the Club World Cup.
And then in the previous Club World Cup, he was also like
Right.
the third best
Yeah,
player.
won the bronze
Yeah,
player
the Bronx. Yeah.
against Manchester City, where he was the only player for Fluminense that turned up to play. Everyone else,
Yeah, it was like
Herman Cano didn't show up.
yeah.
Right.
Maybe it was the coach that had them playing like that, or maybe they
Yeah.
just I don't know. They weren't giving it.
Right,
the all.
they were too attacking in my opinion. They just went for it, but again, Arias was the consistent factor.
They had like 5 or 10 good minutes where they were just passing.
Yeah, where they just did.
Yeah, like
covered
around
the
the whole field. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even in the goalie area. Yeah, that was pretty nice. But and then City just scores 4 goals.
Yeah. Nah.
But this loss they lost against Chelsea.
Yeah, in the semis.
Yeah,
But they managed to beat Inter Milan, the runners up in the Champions League. They beat Al Hilal, who had Inzaghi, who was the manager for Inter Milan in the Champions League.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they beat Dortmund as well, which is always
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a
no this
top team in Germany.
this cup they played better.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Really
and
surprising.
it's good that they offer 22 million
Yeah.
for he's how old, 28,
I believe he's 27 now.
27. Okay.
Yeah. Again, it's rare to see a player that age make a move from South America to Europe.
Yeah.
But again, that's how good he was. And he's one of the key players in the national team, although his performances aren't always there. But we can go more into depth with that, what that is. But honestly, making a move to the Wolves, they're not a team that are going to compete for trophies, but they're going to be a stable team. They're going to be mid-table. I don't see them getting relegated.
And let's see if he jumps to another team.
Right. He's still 27, so he can, a couple of years there, potentially make a move to another team in the Premier League. At best, maybe they can make a push to a Conference League spot or do what Crystal Palace did last season, which is win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. But at the very least, we got another Colombian in arguably the best league in the world, the Premier League.
Yes, and he has a teammate from the Colombian.
Yerson Mosquera.
Yerson Mosquera.
Honestly,
and then so that could like he could definitely help him out and like try to fit in
the national team.
Yeah, in Wolves, I give him a hand, like show him around. And then that's good. We have, and I feel like this is the first time in history there's a lot of Colombians in the same team. Like there's a lot of players that share team that are teammates with other people.
You got Lerma and Munoz in Palace.
Wolves, we got Yerson Mosquera Arias.
Girona, Solis and Asprilla.
Solis and Asprilla.
3 teams.
Betis, Nelson de Osa, Cucho Hernandez.
Right. It's 4 teams.
In Fluminense, you have 2, which is Fuentes and
Kevin Serna.
Yeah, and Kevin Serna.
I believe in Timbers you got Diego Chara and Mosquera.
In Timbers you have because Timbers by nature they just
the biggest team in Argentina, River Plate.
Oh yeah, River Plate. You got 3 Colombians.
Yeah, Castaño, Borja, Quintero.
Yeah.
So.
Let me see where else you got people.
Well, the point is there's plenty of teams in the exterior of Colombia that have a lot of teammates that are Colombian.
And I think this should give us, this should benefit us into when we play for the national team to know each other better.
Right, build that chemistry.
Because shouldn't be a reason not to.
Right. So to finish with Arias, ultimately I think this is a great move for his career. He's going to be playing in a better league. Perhaps not playing for the best team in the league, but still a stable team that shouldn't get relegated. And hopefully this gives him more, views on him, make him move to a better team eventually.
Yeah, and he definitely deserved all of this.
Yep.
He left as a legend in Fluminense. He helped them win
their only Libertadores. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of their Copa Sudamericana with a brace in the final, or not even in the game.
Yeah.
And again, what he did in the Club World Cup, getting into the semis, that's a big achievement for that.
And then it's just weird how in the national team he doesn't show this.
Well, I guess the answer that everyone is afraid to say is James, but just take out James and Arias would be better. Just say that.
I mean, why doesn't the coach try this?
We'll get into that a bit later. Let's continue with the transfer. So another one was Richard Rios, making a move from Palmeiras to Benfica. Originally, it was going to be Roma, which I like the move to Roma.
I think Roma would have been better.
It's close between both of them. I mean, Roma, you had Gasperini, the manager of Atalanta, when Zapata and Muriel were there.
Yeah, and he already knows a lot of Colombians. Them two, and he knows Cuadrado as well.
Right, yeah, because he was there.
Yeah.
Roma are also a team that competes in the Serie A, one of the best leagues in Europe. And I believe they're in the Europa League.
Yes.
Which is a competition they could potentially win as well.
Well, no, I think they're in the pre-phase maybe.
Oh, they're so in the qualifications?
Yeah, in the qualifications. And then I think same thing with Benfica. I think I'm not sure. Okay. I'm gonna have to check. But they should end up in the in the round.
Exactly. So Rios making a move to Benfica. Portugal isn't as good as Italy in terms of a league, but it's still going to be a nice league for him to adapt when it comes to a first move to Europe.
And a lot of players do jump to bigger leagues from Portugal.
Exactly.
So that should.
Benfica are a big seller of teams.
Yeah, and them tied with Sporting Lisbon, the biggest, they're the ones who compete for
and Porto.
Place. Porto at times, yeah.
Porto is really it's Benfica, Porto, Sporting.
Yeah.
Those 3 teams are but Benfica right now, they should be the dominant team in Portugal. I mean,
Yes.
they're just coming off a Super Cup.
And
where,
I think after winning the Super Cup, they have one more Super Cup than Sporting.
Right,
They
okay.
have 10 and Sporting have 9.
Right. So again, Benfica is a team that's always going to be competing for titles domestically, and they're always going to be in European competitions, whether it be the Champions League or Europa League. Rio specifically had a great performance in the Super Cup final against Sporting. I mean, in the goal, he had a long range pass that was a pre-assist, pretty much.
Yeah, it was a pre-assist. That will count as the creation as the
Yeah, I think that counts as a chance creation.
as
maybe.
a chance creation. Yeah.
But again, he was involved in a goal. I believe he led his teammates in aerial duels or tackles.
And then in the media, they weren't talking so good about Rios, but the fans were talking
Right.
were on Rio's side. They were liking him as the as their new player.
I mean, yeah, like he has the aura. I mean, when he was lifting the trophy, he had the glasses, the style.
Yeah.
We saw with Otamendi too,
Yeah,
the fight when they were playing against Argentina, they were fighting. No te da ni para correr, pero yeah, we see now that they're teammates in Benfica, they're just dancing
it's
together.
definitely interesting. Yeah.
But again, I think it's a great move for him, especially because they're gonna be in the Champions League.
Yes.
And I believe there's a stat or that shows the correlation. The more players your country has in the Champions League, the likelier you are to perform well in the World Cup. So that's why I think it's important that Rios makes a move to Benfica, Champions League club this season.
Yes, and then the guy who lost that final as well was we have another guy in the other team in Sporting.
Right, they just
Luis
made a
Suarez.
move.
Yeah, he also just made a move.
Luis Suarez.
Luis Suarez. In his defense, he only played like 20, 30 minutes, 25
Right,
minutes.
came off the bench.
Yeah, he came off the bench. Rios was a starter for almost the whole game. I don't know.
Right,
If he,
I believe he started the whole game.
And Suarez, and it's crazy. I heard that Sporting, they played in Sporting Station, stadium at home, and I heard that Sporting had since the start of this year they never lost at home. They won 18 games without losing.
Right.
And they lose at home this final, which was kind of an eye opener.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, so poor Luis Suarez, but I'm pretty sure he has another heavy bag to carry because he came as the replacement for Gyökeres,
who
who left with 64 goals.
he's going to the Premier League, so
yeah, he's in Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
So
again, one of the best goal scorers last season in Europe. So he's gonna have to do a lot of scoring to replace that. But I think he's up to it.
He's up to it. He's up to it. I have faith.
I mean, he was the top.
I don't know. I don't think people want him to reach. Like I don't think people expect him to reach the 64 goals that Gyökeres did. But if he does half or more than half, I'm pretty sure people would be. I can't see people being mad.
Right, like a 30-goal season, maybe a 40-goal season.
Yes.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But he should be at least one of the top goal scorers.
Yes, for that team.
Yeah, and not just in Portugal, but in all competitions.
Yes. And I could definitely, even though he came off the bench, I could definitely see him being a starter for
Right.
that team. Because there's no way you pay 25 million for a player and have him in your bench, unless you're Real Madrid or Barcelona, or something, where you can waste that money. But for Sporting to waste 25 million, they're gonna play you.
Yeah, exactly. So he's gonna be a starter.
Yes,
definitely.
Who else? We could jump to. Who else?
We can talk about Junior Barrera, making a move from Junior de Barranquilla all the way to Botafogo in Brazil.
Botafogo, yeah. I feel like he would take some time to adapt.
Definitely,
because he's 19 years old. Who knows if they send him to the second division,
their second team. But
team.
well, right now he's getting minutes for Botafogo. He's doing good. But again, it's Brazil. It's a big jump from Colombia to Brazil. And again, it's harder for Colombians to play well there. I mean, we saw Rios and Arias do well there, but there's other Colombians that don't do well there.
This year, I think right now in this season, there's 13 Colombians playing in that league.
Right.
So that's pretty good. That's a big number. Like historically, it was only like 1 or 2 or 4 max playing in the Brazilian league. So to have the number tripled. So yeah, and then we have talking about the Brazilian league. We got Carrascal.
Yeah.
that just did a pass from Russia
To Flamengo.
to Flamengo, and they still haven't. That like I don't know. He's still not.
I believe they already shown like pictures of him in a Flamengo jersey.
Okay.
Again, that's a move that's gonna help his career out. We definitely don't think he should be part of the national team, but we don't deny his talent. And when he's on, he's one of the best playmakers in South America. Club wise.
So I do think he should be in the national team. But right now there maybe is a player to call over him. Because he's one of the few players that has had the most chances coming off the bench. And really hasn't.
He doesn't show up.
Yeah, really.
He shows up in friendlies.
He shows up. Yeah.
I remember against what was it? Was it Guatemala or Honduras?
Yeah.
A friendly in New Jersey. He turned up very well. Again, in that whole 28 game unbeaten run in the friendlies, he turned up. But every time in the official games, almost never. Just that consistency get chances, but he doesn't show up. But who knows? But again, with Flamengo, one of the best teams in South America, should be a contender for the Libertadores.
Maybe the coach has also plays a role in him not showing up by giving him too many chances or giving him the security that he's always gonna call him in. Even if he hasn't.
Gets a bit lax. Gets too. Not hungry, I guess.
Exactly, yeah, and he's comfortable right now. So maybe if he misses out one or two call-ups, maybe he would start. I don't know. Maybe it will be a wake-up call.
Right. Well, okay. So keeping in South America, Quintero made the move from America back to River Plate.
Yeah, and then his situation was weird. He had a problem with, according to him, he said his team never paid him, America de Cali.
Right. Look at that.
That they owed him money, but then. His contract was his whole deal was definitely a bit shady because I'm hearing that America gave him the contract with third parties. Like third parties were involved in the contract and they were gonna pay for his they were gonna pay for him and they ended up I guess not paying. So then I feel like right there, like that's just too many shady things happening.
Right.
I think that was always gonna be the outcome. When you involve third parties into your contract and not just your team. Now I'm not gonna say that America doesn't have responsibility. They had to pay him, or at least find a way to get his money. But yeah, they were mad about his departure, but
well, again, I'm happy about that move.
Going
to one of the best teams in South America, where he's a beloved figure there.
Yes, this is the third time.
Third
time he
comes
back.
There. Yeah, definitely. Again, Gachardo, the manager, loves him. The fans love him. It's an environment where he excelled at before, and again, he's gonna be with Miguel Borja and Kevin Castaño, who are already there, other Colombians.
Yes,
and I believe he's already done well. He played 30 minutes yesterday in the blowout win, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I believe he still had the most chances created off the bench.
Yeah.
So he's already playing well.
Oh yeah, he's Like there should be no reason. I'm pretty sure the fans love him. And after his
he should help them win the Libertadores. At least make a deep run.
I think River is definitely favorite. Who was his favorite? Flamengo is favorite.
Yeah.
I think Flamengo is always favorite.
Flamengo, Palmeiras, pretty much the Brazilian teams.
Yeah.
But again, with River Plate,
yeah,
they should be winning the league. They should be getting deep into Libertadores, and just hopefully they just beat Boca.
Yeah.
Boca, because Boca is right now at their worst.
Yeah.
So hopefully just Quintero just rubs more salt in the wound for them.
Boca right now is a mess. It's a mess. They're unorganized. There's a whole mess in there. Hopefully they figure it out, come out of it, because River's just having fun right now with this Boca situation.
So let's go to a bit of people that we want to make moves but haven't done so yet. So John-Luc Umi.
But John-Luc Umi, I like that his team Bologna said, look, we want you to stay. We'll give you a raise. and will make you the captain. That's what I read. That will make you the captain, and we'll hire some backup. We'll hire some defenders, but I don't know. I don't know if he wants to progress in his career, and go to a better league like the Premier League, because Sunderland wants him.
Yeah,
But I think Bologna is a better team.
better team. Sunderland's a team that just got recently promoted.
And then he would definitely be fighting
Relegation.
Yeah,
Because those promoted teams are always top contenders to get relegated.
yeah.
But with Bologna, he's already done everything. He's played Champions League with them, scored their first ever goal in the Champions
Yes.
League, and they won the Coppa Italia for the first time since the 70s, I believe.
Yeah, it was 50 years. Yeah.
50 years. And he was a starter, the best defender in that final.
Yes.
I believe he almost won man of the match too. If it wasn't for the goal scorer. But still, he done everything with Bologna, and I do believe he should get a bigger move. But there were connections with Barcelona, Inter Milan, Manchester United, but nothing solid, nothing official yet.
You think the goal that he allowed for Argentina has a role in all of this?
Well, it's definitely one of the stupider mistakes I've seen by a Colombian defender. I honestly think so.
If you don't know what happened, Colombia was beating Argentina in this last
Qualifying cycle.
qualifier game, and we were winning in the 70th, 80th minute.
Yeah, Lukumi pretends to get injured, goes on the ground, trying to get the referee to stop the game to buy the Colombians more time to, just relax.
To
catch a breather.
To cool down the game, yeah.
Yeah, but the referee obviously didn't buy that. He saw right through it, let the game continue. And Lukumi saw that, he immediately stood up, but too late.
Too late.
Thiago Almada scored a goal to tie the game, which was...
And then he gave up the two points that he gave Argentina.
A historic win for Colombia when just became a draw.
And Luis Diaz, after the game, he was kind of mad.
Everyone was mad on Lukumi. Honestly, it's just frustrating to watch Lukumi, but
because he's our best defender.
Club-wise, yeah. Like in Europe, he's always playing well with Bologna, but in the national team, it's different.
Like who do you think is our best centre back?
For the national team, I'd say Davinson Sanchez because he's been the most consistent.
Right,
I don't see him make mistakes, really.
And then he also had a rough batch, Davinson Sanchez.
Yeah, I mean, when he was with Tottenham Hotspurs, I believe it was the fans, how toxic they were and how negative they were with all their comments towards Sanchez. I believe that's what made him play bad for the national team. But when he made the move to Turkey, the Galatasaray, we've seen the best version of him. He's been consistent and...
Yeah, I think there's people that suffer...
mentally,
these things. But then there's people that get better with this toxic media. Maybe it feeds them. But... Yeah, good thing he went to...
Galatasaray, where... Again, the fans love him there. He wins trophies domestically and competes in European competitions as well. Yeah. And we've seen the best version of him with the national team. So...
And he looks happy. He looks happy
there.
Yeah.
Although there's connections to the Serie A club Como.
Oh, yeah, Como. Yeah, but...
I'd rather him stay in Galatasaray where he's comfortable.
I think it might be a Tottenham 2.0.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe.
I don't think the fans would be that harsh though. But I don't think he'll be
right. He's gonna be playing for a team that's not gonna be doing anything.
Yeah.
But again, to finish with Lukumi, very disappointing window for him. We thought he was gonna make a move to a bigger team, but it looks like he's gonna stay in Bologna for now. Yes. So
Who else?
Well, De Osa's gonna make a move to Betis, right?
To Betis, yeah.
Which I believe he's replacing an American.
Yes.
Forgot Johnny Cardoso, I believe, making a move to Atletico Madrid. And
that's interesting how they. How Madrid got that guy from Betis. To come over.
So he's making a move to Betis. Going to be playing with Cucho Hernandez, and I believe he's going to be a starter there. Betis have a pretty interesting project. They were in the Conference League final where they lost to Chelsea. But again, I do think this is a team that can make it to a European spot, like the Europa League, maybe even a Champions League. Right. They're not going to win the league title,
Right.
But it's definitely a fun team to watch for next season in La Liga.
Right. And to go back to the Turkish league, John Duran is on loan for Benati.
Ah, right, with Mourinho.
Yeah, with Mourinho. And I think it's perfect. Mourinho. Let's see if John Duran stays, keeps being this hard headed and this
not being humble, not being
this immature kid.
Yeah.
With Mourinho as head coach,
as a manager, there.
as manager. I don't think there's hope. I don't think there's hope.
Yeah, like Duran already had like one of the best managers in the world.
He be throwing tantrums.
Unai Emery, one of the best managers in the world with Aston Villa. He thought subbed off. He kicked one of his teammates in front of him in the chair. Just those tantrums, pretending to get injured so he wouldn't play. Right? Believe that?
Yeah.
And he ruined his spot there. Like he scored against Bayern Munich with Neuer as the goalkeeper. Again.
But I don't know why. Like he hasn't won anything to even.
Nothing.
but so you think if he wins something, he'll be worse?
Well, he'll probably be more arrogant, but jeez. Honestly, with Duran is like a complex case. I don't understand. But again, with Mourinho as a player that he's managed tough players before, like Balotelli, for instance.
What's interesting about this is many people said him going to Saudi Arabia, he was gonna throw his career away,
right?
Because he wasn't gonna come back to Europe to the elite.
Yeah,
and he already has his foot in Europe, like
Turkey.
Turkey is part of Europe, like even though they have Asian,
but they compete in UEFA competitions.
So they compete.
With Fenerbahce, again, that's a team that he can compete for the league title against Galatasaray.
Yeah.
They can perform in European competitions.
Yeah.
And hopefully he does well enough there. It's not too difficult league to perform in.
Right.
That he can interest enough clubs back in.
And let's see, I think this would be an interesting, how do you say reto?
Challenge.
A challenge for him. Because that's a league where good people score a lot.
Right.
So, and he's a scorer, so I should see.
I mean, look at Victor Osimhen from Nigeria, right?
Yes.
From Napoli, making.
Yes. So I hope he scores a lot of goals.
Definitely.
It would be interesting watching Benatche versus Galatasaray.
Yeah. Duran versus Sanchez. I mean, and Cuesta's there too. Cuesta. Although he's a bench player, I believe he's making a move to Feyenoord, who was Sinisterra's old team.
I feel like that would be good. That would be good if he goes to Feyenoord because they're a team that builds people, that molds people,
develops people.
Yeah, develops people good. And let's see. And if I hope he goes. I hope he goes, because it might look like a step back, but I think it will benefit him.
Right. Yeah, because it's gonna help him mature more as a player.
Yeah.
And being in the Dutch league, I believe, is better than Turkish.
Yes.
Maybe that's going to entice teams, maybe from France to get him, maybe from Italy, being in that environment. And heck, I think Feyenoord are competing more in the Eredivisie, the Dutch league. So hopefully you can win a title there as well.
Because it's them against
Ajax. I believe there's another team, but I can't remember exactly. PSV Eindhoven, I believe.
Yes,
right?
PSV.
So yeah, again, I wouldn't mind a move from Cuesta to the Feyenoord. But yeah, Duran. Hopefully he does well. We believe he will. He's already got a couple goals already, I believe.
Yeah, in the friendlies, yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess the last big transfer would be Luis Diaz.
Making a move from Liverpool to Bayern Munich.
To Bayern. From a great club to another great club. And then the interesting about this is he doesn't change the color of his blood. Both teams are red.
Both teams are red. You got two historic teams right there. I would argue Bayern's a bigger club than Liverpool.
Yes.
For me, Bayern is the second biggest team right behind Real Madrid.
Yes.
And again, he's going from a team the biggest team in England to the biggest team in Germany.
Yes. And I saw his debut. He looked another player that looks happy.
Right.
That looks happy.
I mean, they won the game. He won a penalty.
Yeah, he got the penalty.
He won a penalty. They scored it.
Yeah.
Won the game against Lyon.
Yeah.
Again, the Bayern move is they're gonna pay him what 3 times as much in terms of salary, so he's getting the money.
Yes.
Bayern's a team that's obviously gonna be competing and winning the Bundesliga and the domestic titles.
Right.
And just like Liverpool, they're a contender to win the Champions League,
Yes.
the most important club competition. So, and on top of that, I would also add he's more of a starter in Bayern because they don't have as many people competing with him.
Yes. And again, I think that goes back to what I said about Luis Suarez being one of the highest paid players. If you pay 75 million, there's no way he's not gonna be a starter.
He's the third biggest transfer in Bayern's history.
In the history,
and I believe the third biggest sale in Liverpool's history. Essentially.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be a starter. He's gonna be their left winger. He's only gonna be competing against Coleman, who's I believe the best years for him are behind him.
Right.
Again, with Liverpool, he was competing with who? Like Gakpo, who was Dutch, and the manager has Slot has a manager. He loves his Dutch players.
Yeah.
You know, with Gravenberch, Frimpong.
Right.
They're also bringing up a kid from the academy, Rio, I believe, and that's gonna be another competitor.
We're yet to see how the season goes. I can't see company using favoritism on Luis Diaz, like against Luis Diaz. Like how Slot had favoritism for
Gakpo.
For
Gakpo. Diaz would have a great game, would be bench. Weird. And again, they brought in who? Ekatike?
Yeah.
From Frankfurt as a striker, and he can also operate there. Wirtz as well can also operate there. So just much more competition.
And now they're trying to get Isaac.
So Liverpool, again.
So good thing he left. Good thing he left.
Salary, you're still going to a winning team, a contending team in the Champions League, and you're going to be more of an important player, a starter.
Yes. I was a bit worried about how Liverpool fans would have taken it. There's a lot of positive comments that came out. A lot of people are sad that Diaz left. A fan left an emotional message, like a deep message, and wishing Diaz well. And I think Diaz is in his prime. Yeah,
he's only 20 years old, which is funny because to European clubs that's an old age, but he still has at least 4 to 5 years left at the top level.
I think somebody ended up saying that he was old, or some media pages ended up saying that he was old, and I think everybody just started repeating.
Right.
And I guess what they meant about him being old was that his resale value will be low once he gets closer to his to the end of his contract. But it's not that he's old as a player.
But for Diaz's stint in Liverpool, he did his job. He won everything you can win in England, the Premier League, where he was the only player behind Salah in terms of goals in the Premier League for Liverpool. He won the Carabao Cup, won the FA Cup, being man of the match in the final.
He won 5 trophies with Liverpool.
Again, he won everything there was to win in England with Liverpool, including the Premier League, where they've tied United all time in league titles.
Yes.
And he leaves the club, giving them more money than they paid for him. Yes. Unlike Trent, who wanted to leave.
Went free.
Yeah, pretty much went free. So I believe he had a successful career in Liverpool. The only thing was a Champions League where he helped them get to a final, scoring in the quarters against Villarreal, scoring against... In the semis, I believe it was Benfica. I don't remember exactly who they scored against. But he helped them get to the final. Didn't play as well in the final, but again, he redeemed himself in his final season, winning the Premier League.
Yes.
Finally beating City.
Yes. And I think Liverpool fans wanted that Premier League to tie
United.
Yeah, to tie United.
That's the one thing United has over Liverpool. And now he helped them get there. I think
now that's it. Now Liverpool could say the best team. Yeah. And then if Liverpool wins this next Premier League, that's it.
So they will be over United and would be pretty much in everything the biggest team in England. Yeah. But still, with Bayern Munich, overall, I think there's no real negatives to this move.
Right.
The Colombian media, likes to say this a retroceso. It's a backwards move for him.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It can't be a backwards move if you're still competing in the Champions with the big team. that's almost always in the Champions.
Yeah, I mean, they make a deep run almost every other year. Quarters, semis at least.
Yeah.
And this is a move that's going to improve Bayern. It gives them more firepower. He's pretty much better than Gnabry. He's better than Coleman. And he's going to really help Kane. And
I would want to see when Musiala gets back, when he recovers.
Right.
I would want to see how that trident would work.
Musiala,
that's
Kane.
gonna be interesting.
You got Alphonso Davies, Kimmich.
And then he was also injured.
Yeah. But he's getting back.
Yeah, he's getting back. Yeah.
If fully fit, Bayern is going to be one of the best teams in Europe and definitely a contender, a favorite to win the Champions League.
They got Diaz to not to compete the Bundesliga. They got Diaz to compete for the Champions.
Yeah, to win it. They haven't won it since 2020.
2020, yeah.
1 year later than Liverpool because they won it 2019. So they won it more recently. But again, he's already said hello to everyone. Kane loves him already. Kimmich is already talking good about him. Neuer hugged him. Gnabry, everyone. He's already been, well gratiated with everyone there. And again, won his penalty already in his first debut game, and hopefully he just continues to do well with Bayern Munich.
Yes. And because there's also some negative comments going around about him that Bayern paid too much.
Well, one of their most historic players, Lothar Matthäus, who's one of the best midfielders of all time, said he wouldn't have paid that much money for Diaz.
Yeah. And
because he's not like a superstar signing, but when it comes to Diaz, he was pretty much the best attacking player for Bayern in this market. I mean, you look at Leao, Milan weren't saying Leao. And I believe Diaz is a far better player than Marcus Rashford that Barcelona signed.
Right.
They couldn't afford Diaz, for instance.
Exactly. They wanted Diaz over Rashford.
Yeah. But again, if Liverpool wanted that much money for him, and then Bayern and Barcelona were really going at it for him, it shows you the talent level of a Diaz and the value he brings to a team.
Right.
I feel like people just look at the stats for Diaz, but don't really look at, his work rate and how he works defensively for his team to win back possession. And he's a player that's always given 100% every game. He's not a player that, jogging, runs.
No, he's always giving it his all.
Yeah. And when he scores golazos. Yeah. Even though he does miss, but again, the amount of times he attacks and he doesn't lose possession really.
Yes.
He always does the smart passes backwards.
No, and he recovers. There's games where there was this one Liverpool game where he went 7 for 7. Like he recovered 7 balls.
Yeah.
Like, you can find me a forward that could do that.
Right. And at his best, I mean, he's one of the best players in Europe. I mean, I remember the game against Leverkusen in the Champions League. He scored a hat trick.
Right.
And that was a game that pretty much made Wirtz and Frimpong want to join Liverpool. So Diaz was like an agent there as well. But ultimately, the best Colombian player right now is playing for the biggest team in Germany. And it's just exciting. It's exciting just to see him with that uniform coming from Junior de Barranquilla. Well, I think that covers the transfer window. I guess we can get into the final yesterday for the women's national team, the Femenina, in the Copa America.
Yeah. I don't want to be too harsh on them because they did play a great game. It's a historic game. It's a game. It's a game that will be remembered. Especially more for the Brazilians because they ended up winning. We would want to forget that, but it's going down right now as one of the best Copa America feminine finals.
Most people are saying it's one of the best games in women's football history.
Yeah, okay. I didn't read that.
Yeah. I mean, I believe this is the first time a team scored 4 goals on Brazil too in the women's game. That's how dominant they are. I mean, going into the game, obviously Brazil were the favorites. They were the 8-time champions. They had Marta in their lineup, in their squad, who, again, she's considered to be the greatest women's footballer of all time.
She was voted best player of the year 4 times, I believe.
4 or 6 times, maybe? I think 6. But still, like, they just had way more hierarchy in terms of knowing how to win.
Yes.
More experience. And also the physicality. Like, if you look physically, like, they're just on average just taller than the Colombian players. It comes down to nutrition maybe because they don't eat as well, but still, I guess to give them credit, I was surprised they outplayed Brazil in the first half. Like they were controlling the game. Brazil couldn't do anything in terms of football. Like the only way Brazil could do anything was by provoking the Colombians,
right?
Getting into their heads mentally.
And that's where Colombia gave in.
Yeah, like we saw
I think that's our biggest weakness. It's our mindset. That's our mindset, and we see this throughout every category. Whether it's the
men's team,
the sub-20, sub-17, and now the feminine. We all lose in the last minute.
In the biggest moments is when the Colombian footballers seem to cave in. Again,
I'm almost convinced any coach facing Colombia would tell the team, like, don't have patience. You're gonna get the goal in the last minute. Colombia's gonna be winning.
Just talk shit to them. So Colombia had the game control. They were winning 1-0 after a beautiful team goal that was finished by Linda Caicedo, who again she's gonna be one of the best players in the world if not so already.
Yes.
But Yorlin Carabali, I thought she was the best player,
and
best
she's
defender.
Experienced. She's experienced to be doing what she did.
She's playing in the Women's Super League in England with Brighton. But for some reason, the Brazilian player didn't have the ball. She wasn't going to defend. She literally just wanted to hit her, and she does it in the penalty box with her head. Pretty much like imagine Zidane against Italy in the final, but put him in the penalty box. One of the stupidest plays I've ever seen.
No, that's
in a final.
That's the perfect comparison.
In a final, and you're winning.
Yeah.
And you have the game controlled. And you do that. You give Brazil a lifeline when they weren't playing good.
Because we were a couple minutes from going into the second half.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. 1-0.
Yeah,
winning.
1-0. And that would have definitely gave us an advantage. Who knows for how long, but we wouldn't have left 1-1. I'm pretty sure after the first half finished, Brazil
was happy.
Yeah,
they were happy to be tied 1-1.
Yeah. They readjusted themselves, and Brazil, and it's not even that. I think 3 times we had the upper hand.
They were winning 3 times. 1-0.
1-0, then 2-1, and then 3-2. And 3
times Brazil came back. So the second goal for Colombia was something outrageous. Like Brazil gave Colombia an own goal. Again, I don't know how that happens.
And from Brazil you wouldn't expect that.
You wouldn't expect that.
That was a blessing.
Which is why I thought if Brazil's playing this poorly, then surely Colombia has to win. Yeah. But no.
We always find a way.
In Brazil's second goal, it was a long range pass into the box. It was the number 9 for Brazil. I believe she had like 4 goals. Was left completely alone by Daniela Arias, who was not covering her. And again, just why the hell are you not marking the number 9 for Brazil, the striker?
Yes.
You left her completely alone. She scores the goal.
Yeah. The play,
the defense.
The defense was a mess. I would want to blame the coach, and I saw the Brazilian coach being more interactive with the players. When every time they showed the Colombian coach, he was just standing still analyzing the game. I would have been like pointing to my head, like use your head.
Yeah.
Don't lose your cool.
Right.
I just saw the Colombian coach just being nervous, just walking back and forth. The Brazilian coach was screaming, fighting with the
referee.
The ref. He was playing as well.
Yeah. Again, so for Colombia's third goal, I believe it was a beautiful team goal. Linda Caicedo counterattack, passes to Mayra Ramirez, who honestly, with the amount of times Mayra Ramirez misses for Colombia, I thought she was gonna miss, but she puts a beautiful goal away.
Like I like that zigzag.
Yeah. Pretty much the last minute of regular time, and I thought right there the game was done.
Yeah.
6 minutes extra time. I thought it was a bit too much. And of course, in the 6th minute, or a few seconds, if they just held on, they would have won.
My question is, if you're gonna leave one player open, don't let it be Marta.
Yeah, she scores.
She scored the beast.
One of the best goals you see in the final.
Yeah, that was a beast goal.
Honestly, it's just one of those goals you gotta give credit to the scorer because it's like there's very little you can do as a defender for that situation.
Yeah, no, but I think no. There's very little you could do as a goalie, but I believe if there was a player, a defender right in front of Marta wouldn't have scored that goal.
They were all in the box.
She would have probably scored a different goal, a different way, but it wouldn't have been that goal.
Right.
So it would have made it more complicated for Marta. There goes our victory.
Yeah, so from that point, when I saw them score that goal, I was like, yeah, there's no way Colombia win this game. Pretty much, doesn't matter the goals they score, Brazil just find a way to tie it, even when they're not, playing well.
Yeah.
They score, I believe, in the fourth goal. Was it the first half of extra time?
Yes, they score. Brazil scores in the second in the second half.
The second half extra time.
Yeah, in the second half extra time.
Marta scores again.
Yeah.
Pretty much wide open by herself a header.
Yeah. So Marta scores at the end of the first
extra
half,
time.
Okay. Extra time. And
well, Colombia tie up with Lacey Santos' free kick.
That was another beautiful goal. That was a beautiful goal. I liked it. I liked it. That was once I saw it, I don't even think the girls believed it either.
Yeah, I mean, it's surreal when you see the three best players for Colombia, Caicedo, Ramirez, and Santos score in a game.
And it's not many teams that end up tying the game after losing the game in the extra time.
Right. To tie the game in that situation was cold-blooded.
Many teams just give up, and to see this, it was kind of inspiring.
Right.
And yeah.
But it ultimately didn't prove. It was all in vain because they lost in penalties. They tend to.
And so Jordarin Caravalli. I'm pretty sure she's receiving a lot of fire, because not only did she give up the penalty, in the first half, she also misses the penalties in penalties.
Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure,
And Colombia were winning the penalty shootout too, right?
We were winning. So I said we were up 3 times in penalties with penalties included. We were up 4 times, and we still let it, and we still gave it away.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what karma we're paying.
It's a very frustrating game to watch, heartbreaking because again, Colombia were winning multiple times. They were in control of the game, but
do you think Colombia could compete against the United States or England that just won?
So England just won the Euros.
Yeah.
United States is always like a dominant team. No, at this point I still think Colombia's. If they can't beat Brazil, Brazil is far away from those teams, then no. Again, like Colombia, historically speaking, they do have upsets. Like they beat Germany in the last World Cup. They also beat France in the 2010 World Cup. So they beat two historic teams. But again, when it comes to like a decisive game, that's when Colombia teams not do well, not to win. And again, it comes down to the support. The amount of money they give to the women's game in Colombia,
we're
the infrastructure.
They're not being supported. They're like they had to boycott the league in order to get more attention, to get help.
You had several players from the national team that they wanted a pay raise for the women, and they actually got blacklisted and they never called again.
Yeah, like that reporter who she was a star for Colombia. I forgot her name. She does
I mean, I know you have
she does interviews here.
Yordi Rincon.
I think her.
Rincon, Isabella Echeverri.
It's one of them.
You had another one. I believe she's in Mexico right now. But still, several players that were great for the national team, important for the national team, like Rincon, who you could argue is more talented than Catalina Usme. Never got called up again. because they wanted a pay raise.
Yeah, and it's almost like that shows that the federation doesn't care about the feminine. And I don't know if they are now going to start, because the prize money for the champion was $1,500,000.
Look at that.
It tripled, because it was 500,000 last Copa America. This Copa America, they raised it to $1,500,000.
Look at that. So at least they're showing more interest, like CONMEBOL as a whole. Yeah. Hopefully that we see that from Colombia, because with the little amount of support they have to perform that well, I mean, to make 4 Copa America finals all time. Right. They got more finals than the men in a short amount of time. They got to a World Cup quarterfinals. Yeah. The sub-20 reached a World Cup final in that category. But again, they always lose, because they always lose with the those detalles. The smallest things is what separates Colombia from the bigger teams. And they have the players. They just don't have. Again, it comes down to also like the quantity, right? Right. When Colombia took out their players, like they took out Loboa and Ramirez, who were big physical girls that can handle the Brazilian defenders, but they replaced them with shorter women that aren't as physical, aren't as fast. And you look at the Brazilians, they take out players, they put in players that are at the same quality.
Honestly, I wouldn't have taken out Mayra Ramirez.
Yeah, he should have waited at least for no.
I'm keeping you to I'm sorry, Mayra. I'm keeping you until your legs fall off.
Until the game, at least until regular time ends.
Yes.
Until the game.
How are you gonna take out Mayra Ramirez, man?
Yeah, I don't know. He thought they were gonna win right there. He should have kept her on, because there was no replacement for her. Like, as much as she misses, but she's really important for the overall game.
I do wanna mention that Linda Caicedo
balled out.
She recovered some balls. She saved. She went all the way to our penalty box and defended.
Yeah,
So I gotta give her merit for that.
And she scored in the shootout too, right?
Yeah,
scored.
And she scored in the shootout.
Yeah. Had a goal, had an assist, scored in the shootout, did everything.
Yeah, Linda and Maya are our best players.
And again, when your best player plays like that, you want to win. But I feel like what I'm worried about is that when you lose a game like this, it almost I'm hoping they don't have any trauma. If we played this well, even though they made mistakes, obviously, they lost control of the game, but they still played more than what we expected them to. I'm hoping that doesn't scare them into being we will never win, and scares them into being we're not good enough. Right. That's what I'm afraid of.
Because in the betting sites, Brazil was the clear favorite. And to play how well we played, that shows. That's a good sign. A good sign. Again,
the first time ever Brazil conceded 4 goals in the game in the Copa America, and they still lose. But again,
that just shows how dominant Brazil is.
It shows how dominant. And why is it that Colombia always has to play these dominant games? Against these dominant teams. You have Argentina coming off a World Cup win,
right?
And they have to play them in the final. The women's team has to play this Brazil team. They can't be another team that replaces Brazil. Very frustrating, but again, it's frustrating because it's a game that you kind of want to be I don't want to watch more. I don't want to keep supporting them, but you have to have the heart to be with the progress they're going, eventually they're gonna be a winner. Hopefully,
I would say I would want the managers to get replaced.
Again, thanks for everything. He got us to the World Cup quarterfinals, our best ever World Cup.
Yeah. But that's it.
And again, he surprised me with the tactics in the first half. But again,
but he makes mistakes I think.
It's also the courage. He doesn't tell these girls to play smarter. He doesn't I feel like he doesn't inspire them.
I did not see him participating with the players, talking to them. Put in or even telling them that they're doing something wrong. You get me?
Yeah.
Play more aggressive.
Very silent. And again, this isn't the first time they collapse, right? They were beating Spain in the Olympics 2-0,
That's another one.
He takes out, who does he take out? He takes out Caicedo, takes out Ramirez, takes out the three best players. Spain ties up and they win on penalties.
Like, yeah.
So he doesn't learn his lesson.
Yeah, he doesn't learn his lesson. And then and I don't think he ever will, because there's managers that are stuck up.
Yeah,
and they die with their own schemes.
Yeah, the Colombian Federation has to invest money into finding a proper manager that can raise these girls to another level to catch up or even surpass Brazil, and to be a contender in the global game for women's.
And our director,
Jesurun.
I'm pretty sure
the man in orange.
The man in orange. I'm pretty sure he loves money, so I'm pretty sure he regrets not winning this final.
Yeah,
because that's $1,500,000 that he's not receiving, because all that money was straight to him. That money was straight to him.
And again, like, you just look at it. Look at how, with the amount of support they have, the little support they have, and just how they beat Argentina multiple times. They're better than Uruguay. They're better than Ecuador. It's just Brazil. So if they just put more investment, they can catch up to Brazil.
Exactly, more investment.
I mean, dude.
And I'm pretty sure the investment that they have to put, it's 1/4 of the money they were going to win, which is the $1,500,000.
It's just giving the women more competition, a better league, and just give them the amount of shit you give the men, pretty much. And maybe not the exact same, but still, just give them more. Give them more. If they're so good with this, give them more. And
because they already have, like, if they're this good without all these things that the men have, then imagine getting a little bit more. Like,
I don't want to say it, but because I love Luis Diaz, but for me, Linda Caicedo for the women's game is better than any one we have on the men's team right now. There's no direct equivalent. Like, she's like, to put an example, she's pretty much Lamine Yamal.
Okay.
She's already scored in the World Cup in sub-17, sub-20 in World Cup. Copa America best player in the previous Copa America. And she scored in the Copa America final this time.
What gives me hope is that she's still young.
She's still 20. 20 around there.
And that's crazy. Like, I hope she doesn't lose that hunger.
Yeah. But again, you have her, you have Mayra Ramirez, who's already playing for Chelsea, one of the best teams in the women's game. And she's only 25, I believe, so she still hasn't entered her prime. Loboa is also very young.
What's the age for women's soccer?
Again, that's a tough question. Maybe it's the same as the men. Maybe it'll be like late 20s. But again, it's
and women kind of retire around what age? Like, what's the average age?
Well, you look at Marta. I think Marta's like 39.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the same.
Okay, I thought she was younger. I thought it was like 35 or something.
No, I think she's like in her late 30s.
Okay.
But still, like, you look at the amount of talent the women have. Okay. Just with more investment, more training, better manager.
A better manager.
I do think the women's game in Colombia can skyrocket. They can win the Copa America. As much as it's frustrating to say that because they just lost to Brazil, but I think there is a team that can win. They can compete.
And that's how we need to start. We got to start with Copa America.
And build their way to the World Cup.
Exactly, and then beyond that route.
Again, just gotta maintain that faith, that dream that they can actually win it, because they're right there.
They're right there.
Brazil's better, but I don't think it's as big of a gap that people want to make it out. And again, it's the small details. Don't do any dumbheaded mistakes with headbutting, fighting. No, just play football. Ignore them. That's gonna trigger them even more. They'll make the mistakes. But again, you want to cover the men's national team with James, or you want to save that?
Let's leave it for
for our next video, we're gonna be covering what can a national team do to improve, and how can they get that spark that they had from the Copa America, from their 28 game unbeaten run.
Yes,
because they slipped.
Yes,
recently.
because we're I think exactly a month away from our last two eliminatoria
games
games.
against Bolivia and Venezuela.
Yeah, who are fighting the spot for last place, but we could end up fighting the spot for last place or even getting eliminated. So
yeah. So we're gonna be talking about that, and we're gonna be giving also our predictions for like what we imagine the squad's gonna look like for those two games.
Yes.
So again,
So
if you like the videos, guys,
subscribe and give a like.
If you like the channel, if you don't like the channel, just comment.
Yeah.
Tell us what we can improve on.
Yeah.
And again.
Yeah. And I think thumbs down even help too.
Thumbs down. Watch the video.
Yes.
If you like it and you have people that would also like it, recommend it.
Yeah. We will try to include more videos in Spanish as well.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching.
So thank you guys.